Hi everyone, welcome back to Atelier. And I had a thought. We should get some common or scroll protections. So protection from not resist cold. This is 10 off each instance of death. What protection from is 12 points per level, so it's 84 points. Okay. I think I've got delayed points. There's a 2. I don't know if I've rested since getting that. I have fire. No. I want communal version. Just look for communal. Protection from fire. Oh, 700. I think electricity because Minarko did a chain lightning on us, didn't she? I could sell these. I'm never going to use them. Do I have delay poison? Who would it be? Well, I can't check at the moment. Or am I thinking in my other save? Probably thinking in the DLC, aren't I? No, it's not here. Yeah, I haven't rested since leveling up. We've only got a couple of rests before the next thing triggers, so I don't want to rest with it. I don't need to. So I'll get a poison. Can't bloody see it now. Delay poison coming on. Okay. And I think go to the silk house. I think it's on the way, isn't it? Yeah, down there. Let's go to the Market Square. Cultists there.
A bright future awaits us.
I heed the voice of the spirits. I'll cut you wide open.
I'll take care of it.
Something wrong? Cover me, all right?
Only you deserve my obedience. You'll make a fine trophy.
Evoker, cultist. But you two, Evoker.
The spirits demand your blood.
And Wendu.
They'll beg me to stop. Amran did not go.
Nice, they didn't last very long. Bit crap, we can sell that for junk money. summons. That might be useful.
I'm gone.
You know, to spread the pain out a bit. I can still hear growling and shouting over here somewhere. Yeah, can you hear that as well? These doors open? Nope.
We do it my way.
The big main, or this is the huge area, isn't it? Do I really want to do this now? I don't know if it's ideal to do it at the moment. Let's pause so I don't get attacked. Well, I think. No, I think it's gonna starch me if I do this. So that's a big area. Could I get an extra level? I don't think I can get anything like. Well, I don't know. I'll go down to the silk place first, and then maybe the Tower of Estrod. Because I think I can get an extra person before then.
Now, what is that?
Someone got slaughtered.
What's that?
A longsword. Okay.
Follow if you dare. There's something here.
Wow, so many loots. This seems to be a staged encounter. Oh, it's Daniel! Cool.
I'm off.
Wearing a robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
A woman produces a crumpled piece of paper from a sleeve and takes notes.
An audience. Problematic, but not critical. You there, girl. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
The woman turns to you, and for a moment she focuses her wandering, distracted gaze on your face. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who's that? I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Shrug, remaining silent.
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause.
Seems the cultist wishes to say something, but the woman won't let him.
Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
He produces a pencil and a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve. Maybe the same piece of paper? Maybe different.
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
I might should pass the religion check. Actually, his eyes are gall. A glaive made of red adamantine.
That is correct. But still, girl, no prompting, please.
Woman turns to you, a glimmer of interest in her eyes.
This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep, and a cow.
That's this one as well. Wow, it's an Orvox, as a matter of fact.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two.
She throws a vague glance at you.
It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
Damn it, she's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Ask them some more and they still might manage it.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
She's brilliant. I love Nenio.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
She makes a note.
Can we retreat already?
Cultist, shooter, barbarian, fighter, archer. Alright, Embark. Get one of the archers.
Rip you apart!
I'll go after an archer.
Hold back.
Melee,
You are
shooter,
sacrifice.
sealer,
The light. Take you!
Wooljiff.
Stab you or
Yep.
zap you? Why not both?
You're going all the way the long way round, are you? Okay.
Guide my blade!
Nice crit, sealer. Wow. I'm getting hit a bit. Right. Nice one, sealer.
No glory without risk!
Take out this barbarian.
Beg me to stop!
Distract them for me.
The absence of an answer is the answer to. People in the mask we saw right at the beginning. That's what fixed your head,
The
Andia.
result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level.
The woman examines the cultist's remains.
What about you, girl? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
She turns off the crumpled piece of paper to the blank side. Succeeded. You're absolutely convinced the correct answer is red and white. Red and white.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabras today.
She makes a note on the piece of paper.
Let's proceed. Did Aradin take part in any crusade before he died?
No. I think he died and that caused it. Yeah. You know for sure that Eldon died not long before the world wound opened, the First Crusade. No, he didn't.
Your answer is correct. Aradin's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the world wound was opened. The First Crusade started back in 4622. Your knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Arilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the world wound?
Yeah.
The Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Border Acquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss?
The Border Acquisitor. Oh, succeeded that one as well. Wow. It's the architect of the world wound.
That's correct. Most excellent. You successfully answered all of my questions. Splendid. Amazing. This is a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation.
She breaks off, looks at you, and catches her breath.
It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Golarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
She blinks several times. Can you finally tell me what you will get at with all these questions?
It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader. And I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleases me to see that I was correct.
So you're trying to say that I am mediocre?
Yes.
Okay. She scans you from head to toe. Why do you keep calling me girl? I have a name, you know.
I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all.
Nenio is the same kind of neurodivergence that I have as an autistic person. Canabas isn't safe right now. Shall we join forces?
Do you wish to become my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the world wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree. Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward.
I agree.
Excellent. You're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer.
Ah, they are fools.
Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Hey, more than nothing. I don't think I can read it,
I do what I must.
because I would probably fail to read it. Nenio, go there. She is a scroll savant, level 3. Which means she gets a bonus to the DC of either saving or hitting, or maybe spell pen or something like that, based on her level, as well as her intelligence. And scrolls she reads are at her level, not at the scrolls level, I think. Scroll focus. A scroll savant has half the class level as a bonus on use magic devices. Will always take a 10 on use magic device checks to cast a spell from a scroll if a 10 on a roll is enough for a successful skill check. Okay. It's crap at abjuration and necromancy, but that's about it. Illusion, spell pen, good. Keen senses and scribe scrolls. Well, she isn't human then, because dwarves, elves, gnomes, half-elves, half-orcs, halflings, kitsune, and Odiads receive +2 racial bonus on perception. So, half the class level on UMD. Okay. And you have Feather Step, Cure Light Wounds. And you can scribe all these scrolls as well. What is your spell book like? Mirror Image, Create Pit, level 2 and level 1. Let's get Shield. We can't. Abjuration, you're crap at. Illusion, you're good at. Same as Vanish. Maybe Image is self only, is it? Yes. Abjuration, okay. Necromancy, you crap out. So that takes 2 slots up or something if it's in opposition. Okay. Longsword of Detriment. +1 longsword, additional +1 negative energy damage on hit. And you could also identify this then as Finian the talking weapon, not just dagger. And knowledge can go to you. And that can go to you as well. So now you're 12s and 7s. Okay, can't wear that. Can't wear that though. Actually, I'll give that to Sealer, just in case I lose it somewhere. What else can I give to Nenio? Can't use holy stuff. Although, it says I've got a scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Do I have a scroll of Cure Light Wounds? Cause Light Wounds? Yes. There's Bless. There's one there. Why have you got Grease? And that. Ugh, no. Grease can go to you. You can read it. Where are we? Where's Grease here? Memorize that. What else? Tempted to. I probably need those for a fight. Right.
Rely on me.
Yes.
+9. 7 short.
Death is life's final surprise, and I enjoy surprising people.
Don't mind me.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Electricity. That's on. That's Disrupt dead. Electricity one jolt. Get rid of these. That's always useful to have on. Blinding ray, possibly. Spray, snowball. What's this do? 1d3. She's probably more likely to hit with a spell than she is with that. I don't know, +3. Might be, might not be. Okay, let's save. Bless. Some flame tongue, some hide armor. Can wool diffuse hide armor? No.
I'm gone.
Okay. We have someone new to join us. Cool. Dead duelists. Collect.
We do it my way.
What do we have here?
Ask nicely.
My motive.
Watch and learn. This is my kind of work.
Barbarian.
Follow if you dare.
I will help where I can.
Can't see him from there. Okay. Try this angle. A stranger. One of Nanio's lots.
Now what is that?
Pretty good, aren't I?
I am the answer, but what is the question? I can go in there. Fighting the barbarian, okay.
Together we stand.
I am never wrong.
Charge that one. Wizard. Okay. You four.
No match for me.
On the wizard.
You can handle them, right?
Nice one, Nanio. One shot him.
You should have listened to reason.
Go for their hearts.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Nanio was hitting well. What's she getting on that? -1. Or shooting into combat. So she'd get... She'd be better off with the crossbow until she gets accuracy thing for bows. Speaking of which, does she need a melee weapon? Not really. Could give her a dagger. Just in case she gets attacked. Needs to swap over.
I'm off.
A hammer. Some crap.
I do what I must.
Okay. Excuse me. Another barbarian. Another 2 barbarians.
No reason to pause.
My skills are absolute. This will be quick.
Fighter, fighter.
Time to share your treasures.
Curve all the sparking fist.
You apart! Into the fray! The light take you!
They'll beg me to stop.
Okay, highly resistant to energy damage. Wenderwag, what you doing? Running around getting yourself hit is what you're doing.
Cover me, all right?
See, that took a hit. Boarded up. Nothing in here. There's a box here. First aid kit. They're doing some summoning or something.
We will win this war. Yes.
Of course. Two. Seems that the curse continues. Of being shafted by spells of healing.
I'm gone.
You find anything on bodies? The Nature Divine. It's a book. Bless the kinetic diadem. No kineticists. But that's what that guy was. unbending armor. +1 studded leather armor, DR3 piercing. You could wear it, but is it worth it? This is better. I don't think we get any kineticists as companions, which is unfortunate. I do like the class. Different way of thinking about things.
We do it my way.
That it?
Follow if you dare.
Tower of Estrod. This is where we were told, not only in this game but in the previous, well, the DLC, that's where their forces are amassing to launch an attack on the defender's heart. But true to form, I need to pee, so we're back in a sec. Hey, let's go off. A world long gone. A thematic collection of various artists' works on everyday life in Sarkaris before the opening of the world wound. More details in the museum almanac. Cannabis burns, the city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Clouds might veil the stars, but nothing can hide the light in someone's soul. And I see this light in you. We stand shoulder to shoulder with you against evil. Is that the picture, people? I hear the echo of a familiar voice. Through the warmth of my kindred flame, my sister, we will help you. Well, it's Yaniel. Leandra. Crusader Queen. A copy of the famous embossed bas-relief originally created by Master Derek Sunhammer. Young Queen Gallifrey, that's Doctor Who, Gallifrey, was portrayed personally leading her crusaders into battle on the 1st of Abadius, 4624, during the First Crusade, which what Nanyo said was 2 years after the start or something. Or maybe I'm misremembering the dates. Yaniel by a fountain. The picture was presumably painted on the life of the summer, over the summer of 4637, 1 year before Yaniel's heroic death during the Battle for Dresden. More details in Museum Almanac. No one will escape my all-seeing eye. Visitor Hollowan fights the shadow demon that he exorcised from a soldier's body. He's still in Cannabis. Yeah, we've got her sword, haven't we? Yep, Brave Paladin Yaniel.
I'm off.
Seat of Grief. A view of the infamous Heaven's Edge estate. This is the place where most of Mendevian aristocratic society once fell prey to a supernatural plague unleashed by the demons. Among the cloudy colossi. In this picture are two angels, Targona and Laviel, are chasing and fighting a deadly Volakai demon in the air several miles above the world wound. More details? The Museum Almanac. Laviel was the sword we got inside us, that Wenderag and Lan were looking for. I think that was the dude, yeah? Here we stand. Will not take a step back. The hand of the inheritor, Herald of Iomade, is depicted placing the first ward stone among the fortifications of Canebris. So was that Targona then? The winged one here. That would be the herald, or the hand. Then those two. Whoever you are, keep quiet. There's a horde of enemies just beyond the store. Come over here and you'll see there's a handy way up. Locked from the inside. Be quiet and watch. This is the best part. Get together, idiots. No more looting. You're to sit tight here and wait for the order to attack the defender's heart. That's a lot of demons. It's the last bastion of the Crusaders' resistance. We'll flatten them and claim our victory. Into the abyss with all the Crusaders and defenders are. Kill us, the city is ours already. Now it's time to enjoy the spoils. Split up into groups quickly. I'll tell you where to go and what to bring back. Faxon, you idiot. Go back to Baphomet. Go back to Baphomet. He must be missing his lapdog. Everyone here will be following my orders. I'm in charge. We won't submit to you, you dirty Descarite. Keep out of this. Kill asshole. Curse all your extremities to wither and drop off. Everyone listen to me. What we're going to do is... There's two factions then. Descari and somebody else. Or Baphomet and Descari, yeah. Looking for a fight, Faxon? Well, you've got one. Had enough, worm. I'm in charge here. Kill us are the strongest. No looting, only slaughter. Gonna sit here and wait for the command to attack. The defender's heart will fall.
I'd stay away from there right now. The tower is the main stronghold of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth and their allies. Going up against that many of them would be suicide. I have a better idea.
The grim-faced dwarf with a thick beard of black hair holds a finger to his lips. Then he points to the enemies and whispers.
If the demons and their mortal agents were better organized, the Crusaders would have been crushed long before now. But they're always trying to spread in every direction. Right now, in every corner of the city, there are demons like Kylus who are trying to consolidate their forces to launch a joint attack on the Defender's heart.
Who are you?
Greybor. I'm a contract killer who's been hired to kill that demon that just walloped that other one. I've tracked him all the way here, and was planning to kill him when that crowd showed up, so I had to pull back.
So, there are people who only hunt demons. And demons think they are the superior predators.
Wendiwag looks at the dwarf with respect.
They think so. Their overconfidence will be their downfall.
Catching Wendiwag's eye, Greyboy gives her a short nod like an equal. What do you suggest?
Don't even think about trying to take them all on single-handed. You'll be mincemeat. Better to warn the Crusaders and the Defenders' heart that the demons are planning to attack. And later, once the attackers have been taken care of, it'll be much easier to sweep through this tower and eliminate the Defenders left behind.
See, I'm not too sure whether... If you leave them, more attack the Defender's heart. Or if you manage to kill these, less of them attack the Defender's heart. Now remember the Defender's heart being quite tricky.
Like when dueling with rapiers. One doesn't lunge, but waits for the opponent to strike and leave themselves open.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Greyboy's eyebrows shoot up, as though he wasn't expecting to hear such words from a delicate young lady. He nods anyway.
Or like in cards, wait for your opponent to play his hand, and then dive under the table, grab the pot, and run.
Thanks for the advice. Who hired you?
I'm afraid that's confidential. As a professional, I'm obliged to keep my client's name a secret.
We could attack them together.
I have no desire to die today. If you choose to go in there, I'll take advantage of the opportunity, of course. I'll kill Kylus and get back here as quickly as I can. I'm not going to fight any of the others. I don't work for free.
The city is burning. People are dying. And you're thinking about how to fill your pockets?
Yes. So what? Listen here, girl. If you're so eager to save someone, go and do it. And don't waste your breath preaching at me. I hope you act wisely.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I do what I must.
Who's got the best stealth? What's this? Angelic aspect. Well, she did it to us. Resistance to acid, cold, and DR5 evil. +2 deflection bonus to AC, and +2 resistance bonus when saves against attacks made or effects created by evil creatures. Okay. What does this do? Is it deflection bonus? Which I think is shield. Nope. Very protection is deflection. Doesn't seem to be adding up here. Okay. Anyway, I was looking at stealth. 10, 14, 2.
Who, me? Watch and learn.
See if I can get over here.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, we all came over here. It's not what I wanted. Okay, can you go all the way around the outside then now? Go through the basement there, that's good.
Might be treasure. This is my kind of work.
Here's another one. Don't really want to walk down here because you push this as well, I think. I can't get here, damn it. If I go down here, I'm definitely going to be seen, but I'll give it a go, you know, for science. Really? He made it.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Okay. So, Woljif, you push that. And at the same time, no. Push that. At the same time, you push that.
Don't blame me. My tail is restless.
Anything for you.
Seems to have visitors, crusaders, crush them. Woljif, come on, push it.
Mind over muscle.
Woljif, what are you doing? See, I get there. I can get there as well. Oh, he's just running around in circles, you lot. Fireball.
Stab you or zap you? Wonderful.
Nice one, Woljif.
No glory without risk.
Strike.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You should have listened to reason.
Woljif's got a dretch on him.
Time to share your treasures. Cover me, all right?
You're irrelevant.
Oh, press the wrong keys.
Stab you or zap you?
Nice one, Woljif. Nice. Woljif doing some work down there on his own.
Rely on me.
Okay. Got 30 of these, so use. Woljif didn't get hit either. Surprised. Very surprised. Luckily, we did get the a lot of these casters down here got hit by the falling columns and rolling columns.
I must rest to fight another day.
Wow. Got another half plate, you can't wear it. Okay. Buckler +1. You have bucklers, don't you? Heavy mace of fire. It's a martial weapon or simple weapon. Anything else to pick up? Some scrolls. And that mace. Okay.
I'm gone.
Pamphlet depicting a beautiful golem. This is what is in the Defender's Heart. And they did say it was taken from here. Okay. We're -2 strength and dex. Okay. Almanac of the Museum of the Tower of Estrod. Gallery exhibits. Among the cloudy colossi, picture of 2 angels, Targon and Larion, are chasing and fighting a deadly Volca in the air. Yeah, we saw that. After this battle, the skull of the slain demon was long displayed as an artifact of one of Dresden's inner towers. Sadly, this relic did not survive the fall of the city. Farewell to Sarkoris. Eliandra, the legendary priestess of Polura, watches the city of Iz crumble into a freshly opened world wound. Caravan of desolate refugees desperately fleeing to seek salvation in Mendev can be seen behind her. Crusader Queen. See that outside as well. And this one. And this one. Seat of Grief. Yes, we've seen that one. World Long Gone. Which was the collection. The first triptych is dedicated to the funeral rites, rituals held at the Pelurus Fall Temple for the deceased chieftains. The next cyclist of miniatures depicts various scenes from the woodworker's workshop. This form of craftsmanship held almost sacred status in Sarkoris. Several views of the city of Iz, the masterpiece of Sarkonian architecture, can be seen in the following series of engravings. Finally, the last painting, The Threshold Prisoners, portrays a group of spellcasters imprisoned in the infamous prison tower. In Threshold Inn. The origin of the picture is unclear, but the woman in shackles that can be seen in the background is widely believed to be the betrayer of humanity, a real Vorlesh herself. Yanyo by a fountain, again we saw that outside. Denisa was not a professional artist, yet she had one advantage over the professionals who later created portrayals of Yaniel the Blue-Eyed, the heroine of the First Crusade, sat for this unique picture personally, which undoubtedly gives it much greater historical value. Yaniel was caught during a rare moment of repose near a fountain in the city. The portrait was presumably painted from life over the summer of 4637, which is what we read outside. Reliquary exhibits. The Wonder of Zacharias. Wonder of the famous mage Zacharias, who made his name during the heroic and tragic siege of the Lost Chapel. As the fortress warden, he sent his apprentices to break the siege in order to save the priests who served the chapel's many gods. Zacharias himself refused to leave the fortress, however, is believed to have perished in the final onslaught. A popular legend says that the spirit of this brave hero still haunts the ruins of the Lost Chapel, waiting for a worthy crusader to bring back his wand and plead for aid in the darkest of times. This item was donated to the museum by Zacharias' apprentice, Mage Telden. Vessel of Raylis. This copper vessel and the oil inside it were sanctified by Raylis, priest of Iomedae and faithful crusader. A batch of lamp oil has been brought to the crusaders' camp, and Raylis took the vessel to move it to the storehouse. Raylis' faith was so deep that it made the oil shine all by itself. The vessel became covered with engravings praising the goddess. This item was donated to the museum by Raylis' fellows in arms. Helmet of Scolotia. This helmet belonged to Bathista Scroccia, a lictor of the Order of the Gate, one of the first Hell Knights to serve his duty as a crusader. During the most unstable and dangerous first weeks of the war, Scroccia saved the crusade from an infighting between the worshippers of different gods. When a Hell Knight killed a paladin of Iomedae in a personal duel, Scroccia stopped the imminent bloodshed by stepping up for his soldier, taking the blame for his deed. This was far beyond his duty, but Scroccia defended the honour of his order by proposing to wash out the insult with his own blood. Scroccia agreed to be beheaded in exchange for a peace treaty between the two orders. His death put an end to the rivalry in the Crusader ranks once and for all, and his sacrifice will be remembered by all Crusaders forevermore. This item was donated to the museum by Queen Galfrey. Oh, his helmet. Okay. Twendelev's Claw. This is a claw taken from the silver dragon and protector of Canabres. It was cut off by demons when Twendelev heroically saved a group of ambushed crusaders from certain death. It was donated by the town hall of Canabres. We regret to inform you the bulk of the Third Crusade exhibits is currently not available for viewing. It's been moved to the museum storeroom for restoration and cleaning. Please accept our sincere apologies. Angels. Celestials native to the three upper planes of creation, the servants of the good gods, angels, have come to Crusaders' aid in their fight against the world wound more than once. It is worth noting that most of those who interfered in mortal life were driven by their own free will, and not by deity's order. However, the good gods do not forbid such impulses, allowing the Celestials to seek a reckoning with the forces of evil. Talma. This is the... I can't scroll up. Is this the guy that brought the wand? Or was that Torval? Or something like that? The pale and frightened half-elf looks at you wearily. His face is twisted into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I heard a noise outside. I was busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? Faxon was the Baphomet who got beat up. Who are you? I'm Telma, the scribe and senior aide to Lord Xanthe, the Plagued One. And do forgive me, but Faxon has been assigned to this command, has he not? Where is he? What are you doing? Upon a list of the valuable Crusader relics, Lord Xanthe has ordered everything of use to be transported from Canabres and saved from loot and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker off the mark than the demons. They ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault. but there are some objects of interest among the exhibits they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on those, but where's Faxon? Walter sniggers hat to find his thieves and men deaf. Turn your back and everything that isn't nailed down to the floor will be gone when you turn around again. Demons have no chance against them. Masters of our trade we are. Wenderag looks at Waldriff in surprise. That is actually slightly impressive. Not very impressive, but still. There you go, bragging again, dummy. Thieving has never led to anything but harm, trust me. If you fought the way you thieve, that might be useful. Hey, he held his own out there with his bow and then with his sword and dagger against the wizard and against the Dretch. No thanks. Every person has their calling. This is mine. But imagine if you fought as well as you thieve, as we thieve. Where is the museum custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him, told him I was a crusader. It wasn't difficult, the old geezer was out of his mind. So tell me, where's Faxon? Clear off before I kill you. The half-elf pitches forwards, but then grabs his bag and leaps away from you. You're lying. You want me to turn away so you can strike me in the back and take the papers that have been entrusted to me. Half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of papers from his bag as he goes. No, I have valuable letters from Lord Xanthir. I must destroy them. He balls the pages up in his fist and shoves them into his mouth, and then begins furiously chewing like a hamster. A moment later, the half-elf's eyes bulge up in his mouth, which is stuffed with masticated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing comes out. The failed saboteur looks at you in desperation. His eyes are streaming. His face is growing paler by the second. Then he falls to his knees. A strangled wheeze emerges from behind the wet paper. His expressions veer from the hilarious to the grotesque as he signals to you for help. No, I want to read what it says. Spit it out. Wenderag, watching the half-elf's suffering, snorts and bursts into brazen laughter. Let's help him. I don't care if those pages contain the innermost secrets of Baphomet himself. I'm not touching that. The cultist coughs violently, and then after taking a trembling breath, leaps up and takes off running. It disappears, leaving you a wad of correspondence. That's much the worse for wear. A wad of crumpled pieces of paper with visible bite marks and traces of saliva. The writing is blurred and indistinct, but most of the words are completely illegible. Some fragments are still intact. Carefully pack up all the relics and valuable magical items and hand them over to the same courier that brought you my potions. Later, I might carve out some time away from my scientific research to sift through the detritus you managed to steal from the Crusaders. I might as well not bother, since your finds will most certainly be of no use to me, unless I find myself in dire need of a paperweight. Still, this mission keeps you occupied. It gives me an invaluable opportunity to work without you sticking your noses into my experiments. I once again remind you that it's absolutely essential to store the potions in a safe place, sealed with a corresponding protective rune. Should these safety measures not be taken, the demons will drink all your stash dry in no time, and your master will order me to spend 3 more days at the cauldron making a new batch. Believe it or not, I have many other important matters to attend to. Should I discover that the potions have mysteriously disappeared, I will not try to look for the culprit. I will punish the person who let it happen, the person who failed to secure them properly. The punishment will be painful, brutal, and utterly inhumane. Remember this. Good luck with conquering whatever you are conquering out there. Xanthir Vang. Copper vessel of oil, claw to Endelev, helmet, and Talden it was. What's that, Talden? Talmer, okay. Close. Oh, that was... yeah. Hang on. I got it right. It is Helmer, yeah. So doors that are locked. Teldon. So who was the guy who ran out then? Talma. So he was Sakaris' apprentice, Teldon. Right.
Follow if you dare.
Tower of Estrod Museum. Same again. And the same again. 13 gold apiece though. What a mess. Everything will have to be cleaned up and laid out according to the inventory list. Only when I finish looting it. Told you have to finish looting. Padded armor. Can you wear padded armor? No, you can't. I wonder why. Just robes then, I guess. I thought you had... Or maybe Eldritch Scoundrels don't get the armor of rogues. It's not proficient with any armor or shields. Okay. Another copy of that book. Where has that polite young fellow got to? He's going to get a box for the exhibits and then come back here. The old man looks around absent-mindedly, shrinks away as you get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand to you. Stay back. Which are you, robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way it is, eh? You see horns, you think thief or demon? Quit scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horns? They, how should I put this, don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's famously overrun by demons. I'm not going to hurt you. The old man goggles at you in terror. He doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers in the direction the sound came from. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to his side. When he turns back to you, there's no fear in his expression, only vague confusion. Yes, I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Who are you? He lowers his wand in confusion. I think his expression grows distraught and mournful, as though he's on the verge of crying. I forget. His gaze falls on a piece of cloth carefully stitched to his cloak, which reads Teldon. Tower of Estrod Museum Custodian. Aha, I'm Teldon, the custodian here. My memory isn't what it once was. My faculties are failing me. But at one time, my mind could cut like a diamond. I was a battle mage, one of the few who survived the Battle of the Lost Chapel. I'm an old man now. Sometimes I set down my keys one moment, the next I can't remember where I put them. Controlled amnesia, the ability of the mind to eliminate non-essential information. Then you appears at the old man with suspicion. But what we have here is a case of plain old senility. With a pleased smile, the old man pulls a hefty set of keys from his pocket and proudly shows them to you. Here they are, my keys, my little lovelies. I would never give you away to anyone. Remembering himself, he hastily stows the keys back in his pocket. What are the keys for? Well, these are keys for everything. I can open every door in the Tower of Estrod with these. The museum custodian on duty must carry these keys at all times and never be parted for them, not even for a second. Why is that? Because if the keys were left unattended, they'd be pinched by thieves, wouldn't they? Thieves who stripped the museum of all its treasures. What are you all looking at me for? Walter claims indignantly, even though no one was looking at him. I see. Why did the demons spare you? Demons? There's been no demons in this museum. I heard them break into the tower, but then everything went quiet. Then a very polite young fellow came along, a half-elf. He said Canarbus was under attack, but that the Crusaders had already recaptured the tower. He said he'd been sent to oversee the evacuation of the museum. He's very pleased to find me here. I've proved a very useful resource. I showed him all the most valuable relics, explained what they were, and he wrapped them up, labelled them, and carried them off somewhere. And I've been here this whole time. I locked the doors and stood guard to make sure no demon got in. But I've seen not one of them. I haven't heard any either. I'm growing hard of hearing over the years. Wenderag wrinkles her nose in disgust. Maybe the short lifespans of my people isn't a curse but a blessing. At least we never lived long enough to turn to something so pathetic. That half-elf was a demon worshipper. The old man frowns in confusion. What do you mean, demon worshipper? That fine young lad, so well-dressed, so polite. But he said the Crusaders. Oh my word, the relics, we must go after them. The old man works himself into a state, bitterly lamenting as he roots through his many pockets. But the outbursts don't last long. The motions of his hand slow down, and awareness fades from his eyes. He stares off in the distance, then looks at you, wets his lips, and sheepishly inquires, "Sorry, did you say something?" What happened? The old man burst into agitated muttering, gesticulating furiously with shaking hands. First the bell started ringing, and then there was noise in the street. Then the dragon, Lady Dwendler, began to roar. I went to lock the door, but they're already inside, the thieves. There were 7 of them, or perhaps 10. I don't remember. They were talking some rubbish about how they were all orphans, supposedly, and that they were dangerous. They grabbed me and wouldn't let me go. Then they looted the place. They look at anything, within a lick of gold on it, relics too. The museum boasts a very extensive collection, you know. Worst of all, they took the wand. And when they were done, they tossed me aside like a piece of old junk. They didn't even bother to kill me. What wand did the thieves steal? The wand of Sakaris, my master. He was a great man, the hero of the defence of the Lost Chapel. Those scoundrels took his wand, a relic. Ballads are sung about Sakaris. They're just damn thieves. Master Sakaris will return, and he will assemble all of us, his students. We will show them. I will show them what battle mage Teldon's made of. The fury sparks in the old man's eyes. His spine straightens, and the fluid motion of his hands raises the wand at ready. The howl of rage from outside frightens off the ghosts of the past. The old man turns around and looks at you in befuddlement. You were just asking me about something. I forget what it was. Where can I find these robbers? I haven't the foggiest. The thieves. They're no out-of-the-way places where they won't be found. That's where they are, if they're still alive. But they won't be in the city. I heard them talk amongst themselves about how they need to get out of Carnarvon before the demons wipe them out. Okay. Go to the Defender's Heart. There are good people there who will look after you. Really? There's a safe there? How can I leave the museum? His gaze falls upon the traces of the ransacking, and he becomes lost in thought, as though trying to find an explanation for what he is seeing. You know what happened is, don't you? Thieves they were, prowling about, wanted to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came in here, and I gave them what for with a dose of battle magic. They want me back. Don't you worry about me. I may be old, but I can still hold my own. We could put him down, mistress. What if our enemies came here, and he tells them about us? His mind is gone. Are you alright? Old age, my friend. Old age and poison of fear seeping into my mind. Both have turned me from a crusader and battle mage into the sorry specimen you see before you. This museum is all I have. Whenever I forget who and where I am, just read the exhibit labels. They are of the past, just like me. Now some ruffians have ransacked this place. I'm frightened, my young friend. I'm very frightened. Tell me of the museum exhibits. It'll take a lifetime to tell you all there is to know. I'll take you on a tour of the highlights, some of my personal favourites. You should have a look yourself. You won't regret it. For instance, a painting here depicting angels fighting demons. Now I found it hard to believe, but in the First Crusades, many heavenly beings fought shoulder to shoulder with the Crusaders. And these two in the paintings are Targon and Lariel, the silver twins they are called. I actually met them, you know. I was a young man studying under Master Zacharias. They had no ears or graces about them. They walked among the mortals. They spoke to us. They healed our wounds. Lady Targona, I remember especially well. She had a special unearthly wisdom about her. The angel Lariel, on the other hand, was known for his daring, and the youngest Crusaders idolized him. I wonder where they are now, the twins. We don't have celestial beings in our ranks anymore. They all left sometime during the Second Crusade. On a very important mission, they say. But I do love looking at this painting, remembering those days when envoys of the heavens walked among us, and the light that seemed to shine within them. The old man wipes his eyes. What was I saying? You must be a messenger, yes, or are you a visitor? Why did those times end? Why do celestials not fight with us still? Heaven has not abandoned us, surely. They don't want to help? Fine, there's no need. Relying on help of others is a weakness. We'll win on our own. You said that the angels of Targon and Lariel are twins. How can angels have siblings? That's a good question. Of course, angels are not born like mortals. They can't have a mother and father, or sisters and brothers, as we understand them. Angels come into being from reincarnated souls, or from the pure essence of the upper planes. Sometimes angels may adopt some features from mortals. For instance, they can identify as male or female, although that is not generally their way. Some of them can also develop bonds of camaraderie or even of kinship. But the case of the Silver Twins is rarer still. They are two angels who emerge from one soul. What else could they call themselves if not twins? I have to go. I could have got the keys off him, but I want the experience of picking the locks.
I am helpful, am I not? What do we have here?
Wow. Lots of traps is what we have here.
I hope you appreciate this. I am helpful, am I not? I am helpful, am I not?
Okay. Yaniel. Paladin of Ayamade, the Lightbringer and Knight of Citizen of Dresden. Heroine of the Crusades, Yaniel disobeyed her orders by leaving the garrison to venture deep into the world wound alone. 2 years later, she returned at the head of the Crusader squad she saved. Died during the fall of Dresden, 4638.
I hope you appreciate this.
A longbow magic essence. Entrapping longbow. Where this composite confirms a critical hit, all enemies must pass a reflex or become entangled. Cookery? You can use... No, you can't use cookeries. I can't either. Okay. A falcata. Another almanac. And some crap. I thought that was a hatch, it's not.
I'm off.
Okay.
I am helpful, am I not?
No XP? Really? Rude. Sarkarian faith. Imperial Lord Palura, Mistress of the Stars, and the mysterious light of the Aurora, is one of the most revered deities of all Sarkaris. Her worship was widespread among Khelids, who built numerous shrines in honor of their patroness. Foremost of these shrines, considered particularly cherished by the sacred, was located on a lakeshore surrounded by picturesque waterfalls, called Palura's Fall.
I do what I must.
Lady Calandra's chain shirt. +2 mithril, 6 armor class. when it's better. She knows 20 armor class, same as me, so she could go into melee range. Cold iron would probably do better than heavy crossbow. Okay. Everything has been looted, I think. Yep. 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 That's where the golem was. Where's the dwarf? Still up here? Is he gone?
I'm gone.
He is gone. See him back at the defender's heart then, I guess. Translucent silhouette of a winged female warrior glows softly. He borders back to waking. Greetings. Who are you? Not who, what? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes, and myself, and the others who are living memories. You woke us, so here we are. I thought it was only my king that arranged stupid displays like this. Heroes' relics? Ridiculous. Who needs the scrap metal left behind by people dumb enough to get themselves killed? Who wants to admire a collection of failures and defeats? So your memories of who? Of heroes the city wished to immortalize? Go, touch your memory. See how they remembered us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mists of history. I wish I could say that we've not dishonored your memory, but Canarbus lies in ruins, and But you fearlessly battled the invaders with no thought for yourself. You have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right. In the old days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time, and the descendants continue in their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? Why did you help us? A soft smile appears on the woman's face. I sensed something in you. As if you're close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, but must do so again. Yeah, you know your brother. I've got his sword inside me. I sense the light dwells within you. Very recently you were threatened by a powerful demon, and dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul, but you opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you and follow you. Farewell. Farewell. The power that gives a semblance of life is running out, and soon will again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. Alejandra. That's from Belower's Fall, isn't it? Okay. Four hours. This will be tough, as we're overloaded. Are we straight into combat?
I'll cheer you on from over there.
Spirits demand your blood.
We'll give Get back here.
You are today's sacrifice!
The light, take you!
Nice hit. I don't think this is going to have any loot, but you never know. Oh my god, it was so slow.
Do it my way.
Teehee. No, we're almost home. I'm gonna sell all that crap. And I've got the personal chest where we rest as well. I can use that. Nope, wrong way. It's this way. Nice. Don't need all the books, do I? What's this? Keep all these. That's the bag of holding, yeah. Inflict wounds. Sell those. And that. We're not damp here, so we don't need it. Okay. Sell that. 4,500. Wow. Oh, you got that on now, yeah. Let's go and talk to Beth about Estrod. The Tower of Estrod has been cleared of demons. Great. The places where demons have gathered need to be cleared one by one. Then they won't be able to stab us in the back when we take on the Great Garrison. Thank you. Oh, not quite leveled up. Oh no. Still almost 1,000 away. Nanio's here. How about Grey Ball? Maybe Grey Ball is around, I'm just blind.
Follow if you dare.
Okay. Stick that there, that there. Put those in. Okay. And rest. Anyway, what can... Scribe scrolls. Need to know the required spell. Have all the ingredients. Okay. So it's 5 rests. Up to 5 rests, okay. A large person. Oh, I don't have a scroll scribe skill. I thought we did. Is that an alchemy one we've got then? No. You can brew potions. You can, we don't have a spell book. So no one can brew potions. Scroll scribe skill. I thought I had one. First aid kits. It's probably there, isn't it? I haven't sold it to anyone, have I?
Adventures can wait.
Probably not. Maybe just rest. 1 day, 9 hours. Oh, that's... What's 11? Spicy pastry, plus 5 speed. We'll just save a dish. See if we get an extra bonus. Or just that.
Pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljif. If you're flogging a fake treasure map, take care that all the islands are where they ought to be. Or if you add some of your own devising, at least give them normal sounding names. Lands of Woljif the Great isn't a good name, it turns out.
Now, did I get all my spells? You did. You did. Good. It's mainly the spells I'm bothered about. You did too. So yeah, we did get all the spells. We didn't have to rest for an extra day you wanted. What was all that for? Rest an extra day stuff. Anyway. I'll save. Thanks for watching, everyone. Next episode will carry on. That's been quite a long one. But we've done the Silk Place and we did the Tower of Estrod. We got Nenio and we met Greybore, the dwarf. And next episode will carry on going through the city. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.